my no square. No, don't touch me there. No, my no square. No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. No, my no square. Square, 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 square. Don't touch me there. My no square. Square, 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 square. No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. No, my. Don't touch me there.
Welcome to my channel. Stream Elements. Said. Stream Elements bot running robot face. MR Hemi 4 SPD. Welcome to my channel.
I really need
MR
to
Hemi 4 SPD. Said.
A board
Chaos07.
What's good, Hemi 4 Speed? How you doing, brother? Hope all is well. And what's up, everybody? It's Chaosforyou728, and I'm back again with some more World of Warcraft because I can't play my PlayStation yet. PlayStation customer service does not open up till 9 o'clock Pacific time, so I have to wait another like 10 minutes before I could call and be like, what the fuck? Anyways, goddamn. Just cashed out tuberculosis here. Fixing to start my day off right. I hope all is well. I don't know if I already said that or not. And I'd like to give a shout out to all those that are still subscribed. Your support has been greatly appreciated. And thank you to those that just recently subscribed. I hope you stick around for the long run. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and give it a little subscribe and a like. And if you have any suggestions, put it in the comments. And if I have the game, and I feel like it, not necessarily that I feel like it, it's more of depends on what game I'm playing has me by the balls. Like right now, Final Fantasy has me, or Final, wow! See, I'm not awake yet. I need to wake up. I haven't had my morning bowl of weed yet to get the brain juices flowing. Lighter. Get back here. There we go. Flew out my hand. Just like, nope, not today, bitch. Ooh. I'm also waiting on
We will persevere.
Blizzard
Salama Ashalanore.
to get back with me in regards to my main account, so I don't have to start over. I really don't want to start over, man. I really don't. Guess they're both in the same area. See, I remember before. This is new with the grass parting. That's pretty cool. I never really did that before. You done chasing me? Okay. I need to... Let's go on ahead. Damn it. There we go. Go ahead and get some royalty-free bullshit playing. Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. There we go. Find Ranger Valana. I feel like I've logged more than what's showing. I could be wrong, but oh wait, I'm getting my classes mixed up. That's the fun
It's too
part.
far away. I can't carry anymore.
Oh no. Inventory issues. Shit. I didn't think about that. I thought my bag was... Never mind. That's what I get for thinking. Let's go ahead and go back. Kind of feel like I need to make that. How well can you see that screen on your phone, Hemi? And if you're still even here, it only shows one person in here. Let's see who else is streaming. Maybe we'll get some kill the music and play something else. Huh. Shows Aaron Clary live.
Conflict. For if we turn on our imagination, what's the potential outcome you see? Thanks, Igor. Well, thank you, Igor. So war. Well, who's waging it? Is it going to be the Russians? Is it going to be a terrorist war? Is it going to be China? Nuclear, non-nuclear? So because that would kind of determine how we respond a little bit anyway. So since we don't know who's invading or who's attacking, or we're just going to go get in another war in Europe again. Yay. Or we gotta defend Taiwan. I don't know. But what I can kind of speculate on is the domestic response. Like, let's say we're being invaded. Like, there was a no joke. Enemies are invading San Francisco. Keep it. Oh darn! The Chinese took over California. Have fun. Let's just get our ships out of Coronado there. You can have one. So, to your specific questions, how do you think the men of the West will behave? Very apathetically. Look, men, you could see. This I do know for a fact. Aside from the men who are actual military men, and who love the country and are pro-military, and they have a passion for that. And
What do you seek?
They're real good men and soldiers. Remove that. The men in the West, exactly what do they have to fight for?
Ain't got shit to fight for.
Right now, I know it's boring. I know it's so simple economics, but what men usually live for is women and family and consequential children. All men have had in this country, from the other half of the population, the number one thing that gives them point, purpose, and reason in life, the fuel that turns the economic engines of growth, that would be us, and women are the fuel. Sorry if you don't like it, that's just how it's been. That has been removed. Women are no longer physically appealing and attractive, and women may not find that nice or kind, but there is no denying that is what men want, is physical youth and beauty. As shallow as you might find it, despicable as you might find it, that's what men want. So that's gone. The stability of marriage and family, that is absolutely gone.
Yeah.
Participating
Like
in
they're saying,
society,
nobody's fighting
being
for
felt
used
welcomed
kitty up in this
and being
motherfucker.
part of a society. Well, that I mean, men
That's
are blamed
nasty.
for all the problems of the other half of the population. Women are given preferential hiring treatment. We just can't. I mean, absolutely.
Some of that
no investment
Roma
has been made
Arby's
into men. Not
roast
one
beef.
thing that men want has been considered
No.
for the past 40,
That's
50, maybe even
disgusting.
60 years. How exactly can you expect men to be like? What are you going to protect?
Yeah, what do we
Quite
have to
literally, and
protect?
I know, the other side, politically and sexually, only views it through a particular thing of oppression, patriarchy, and all this other stuff. But I'm asking you to kind of be empathetic and look for what message have you sent men aside from
Death to
Polska
all who
Bob.
oppose us.
literally
Welcome to my
tell
channel.
us
Oh.
Polska
You don't
Bob.
need-
Polska Bob! What's good,
literally
brother?
saying that.
Chaos 07.
Hope all is well,
the vast
sir.
majority of what's the word? Offers. What's the word I'm looking for?
Actually, is
Gestures.
there
Propositions.
Polska Bob
there's a
said,
scribble. Ah, there we go.
Cappy.
I think for it.
Yes,
The
sir.
vast majority of interest
Be quick
men
about
offer
your
women
business.
is rejected.
Watch your back.
You girls are pursuing careers and yourselves. Some of you outright hate guys. And
A lot
the
of
country
them
is biased
outright
against. There's
hate
no,
us.
No doubt. This is a fact. The country is biased against
Because
men.
we're their
You give preferential
competition
hiring treatment
now.
to women. You give them. You invest way more in women than you have men. And you blame a lot of the general, or at least the main message, is that men unconsciously are just evil people oppressing women.
What now?
Knowingly.
Our time.
I'm
will
not.
come.
I'll pick up a gun to protect some very close family members and friends. And
That's
the
about
GF.
as far as I'll
I'm
go.
not-
Yeah, no,
I'm not
fuck this country
protecting
right
the
now.
country. I'm not. I'm not risking my life for a country that, as a group, largely doesn't like me. I mean, hate is
For
too
real,
strong
you
a
think
word.
you want us to
But
protect,
on a
you
scale
treat
of
us a
1 to
little
10,
bit better,
1, like,
but
we're coming to kill
we're
you
not
now,
needed.
10,
Women
oh
can
my
fight
God,
this
we're
next
building a
world
statue
war.
in your name.
Let 'em
we're
have
on
at
like
it.
a
let's see how strong and
4
independent they are.
or 3. You really don't like guys.
When you
What
know,
exact
China and
loyalty
Russia are
do you expect men to have
creeping
in
up on the
society
border, and the
that
majority
has
of men are
generally
just like,
rebuked
huh,
them or rejected
yeah,
them
this is your fight, ladies.
problems?
You can be
You-
strong and
you may not
independent on
like
your own
it, but
here.
men
Fight
aren't-
this war.
You know, so there's that. The other thing is we've raised such a generation, probably 3 generations now, of weak men with participation trophies, leftist teachers, and the most important thing about you is your politics and the traits you were born with. Do not talk about work ethic, or discipline, or suffering,
MR Hemi 4
or
SPD
strife.
said,
Uh,
will listen while I
these men
work.
can't even go pick up a job
sir.
application at McDonald's.
That's generally
They're
what
not
I
gonna pick
do.
up a gun.
Play video games and listen.
You haven't even taught these men violence and defense. Like, you turn them into a bunch of girls. Like, I don't think these men would have the wherewithal. I had a buddy. I think his name was Raj. It's been a long time. Co-worker, I should
MR
say.
Hemi 4
And
SPD
he was
said,
an older man.
gotta
He had
hang
fought
some sheetrock.
Ooh, sounds fun.
And he was talking about, he was running the communication.
Oh,
Up in the Himalayas, the mountainous
shit.
terrain. You think Indian men are, look how
Oh,
great
shit.
they are. Oh, they're all nerdy and no. So he was up on a communication line up on a mountain or a hill somewhere, and he was just
Set,
in
bitch.
lines.
Let's do this.
26 hours and he just passed out. And I'm sure every real army in the world has men going to exertion. You've seen Thaddeus or Tanner or whatever the hell you're naming your kids nowadays. Have they gone to the point of exhaustion? I worked 29 hours straight. 30, a day and change. Straight. Just crazy physical I mean, Tanner, your acoustic guitar music therapy major, who needs a student loan bailout because Trump is bad, he still lives at home at 36 or needs parents to help him out. These men are not basically like,
MR Hemi
if
4
you
SPD
were to put them through
said,
just basic training,
who's Chaos
like
talking
old school
with?
80s basic training,
I'm
Ronald
not
Reagan
talking
basic
with
training,
anybody. I'm
they'd
listening
crack, they'd
and
cry,
kind of
they'd
chiming in on my own. It's Aaron Clary.
they don't. Some of them would no doubt have a philosophical crisis over touching a gun. Guns are evil. They wouldn't.
I wouldn't mind
they
being
can't
part
even-
of his shows
Serious, like they
and
can't
giving a
even
little
handle their job.
commentary
They
on
can't show up
shit.
on time, they can't
Because he
do
touches
labor,
on a lot of shit that I touch on
they're
too.
depressed.
Polska Bob
They're not fully
said,
physically, mentally
Aaron
developed.
Claret
Like,
Hemi,
biophysiologically,
aka
mentally,
Cappy.
I don't think they're developed to handle a punch to the face.
MR
I think
Hemi
they're
4
developed to attack
SPD
someone.
said,
They're
AHH Cappy.
so low. They're like such- and they get
Asshole
fights in
consulting.
MR Hemi 4 SPD
I
said,
don't think they're
thought voice sounded familiar.
curl up in a ball like Blythe.
Is the in-game sound
Scream.
overbearing to the? Oh fuck.
Which, you know,
That's
and
bare.
inevitably Blythe did fire his weapon. But I think these
Give me
guys would
just
all
a
just
second,
comp
Bear.
out. And to the point, I think they would either pull a Bill Clinton and go to Canada and escape the draft, or they would surrender very quickly. I think they would, you know, what, you think they're going to sit World War II trenches with mud and trench foot?
Polska Bob
Oh,
You think they're going
motherfucker,
said,
yeah.
they'll be running.
Chaos I
go-
troll
to
Cappy
go,
in super
surrender.
chats.
But again,
Ask him why he hates
who's invading?
Minnesota.
Said,
Worth every
China,
penny.
for all of its size and
MR
all
Hemi
that, they
4
have their
SPD
stuff that
roll,
they're
I don't wanna
sorting
interrupt
before
him.
men, too.
Don't mount any curbs,
Russia
ya
seems to
drunk
be about
Pollock.
the only ones that got a bunch of
Polska
badass
Bob
mofos out there
said,
because they went through
audio
the
is
hard
fine
times
chaos.
of the Soviet Union collapsing and having to rebuild. So they don't have a reason to fight. If anything, they'd have a reason to defect to go help the other team, whoever might be invading. I mean, it's sad, but it's very true. An invading country or alliance could come to the American men, say, hey, come join our side, okay? We're going to treat you like men. We're not going to hate you because you're men. You have equal employment opportunity here. We're not going to give you free scholarships for college, but we're not going to flood women with. We're certainly not going to brainwash you into feeling shame for being men. All right, just lay down your weapons. You don't have to fight
I'm out
for
of
us, but we
range.
got some jobs for you in the factory and some women over here too. Of course, they're lying. But yeah, I don't think you're not going to have the wherewithal or the ferocity of men that you may have even
I
had
have
in
to
the
listen to these options again.
World Trade Center with time. Let's do it.
I don't have a tongue.
Pearl Harbor. Now, I mean, yeah, you even saw that like in 9/11.
Polska Bob
What did we do to
said,
deserve it? Oh yeah, we kind of
yep,
deserve
I'm
it. We
not
already saw
fighting
the
for
weakness
PPL
of
who hate my
America
gender.
first.
MR Hemi 4 SPD
I have
said,
no
gameplay is a bit louder than Cappy.
that fire
Okay.
morale. Quite honestly, because men have been treated so poorly in this country, it wouldn't be that hard to switch. It
I'll
really
fix it here in a
would.
second.
So I don't think men are going to
Polska
be
Bob
picking up guns to protect.
said,
I need to
I'm
talk
gonna
BRB,
go
I
ahead
need
and
more
mute
coffee.
myself and let Cappy
might,
play.
Protect their town. Well,
So,
I mean,
I'll be
honestly, how
back.
many people in my audience gives a
I'm gonna do a
damn if
PlayStation
California
customer
and New
service,
York
hopefully.
gets invaded. Oh no, the Russians took New York. I guess it's New Moscow now, or New St. Petersburg, or New Putingrad. Oh darn, the people that hated us and wanted us dead are now under Russian rule. Oh, the Californians who have people defecating in the street and doing heroin and shoving toys up their asses. That's true, look that up. Oh, they're taken over by the Chinese who insist on poops not being in the streets. Oh, Nancy Pelosi's house was taken over. Didn't she, like, blame me for all the problems of the women of the world? You know, so I think men would be very, very indifferent, very apathetic. Some, obviously, 100 million men, and some would go over to the other side even. But I don't see any of, well, I see some, obviously, who have family and love and a reason to fight. Most, and let's be honest, the millennials and Zoomers are trained to hate America. We deserve it. Oh, bad place. We're just so horrible. We're so oppressive.
Glory
here.
to the
It's basically a
Sindori.
dictatorship and an empire.
Stay the
like,
course.
Yeah, wait till you're under Chinese rule. You're gonna see dictatorship. You thought it was a violation of your human rights. You didn't get like free food, education, and tuition and lodging when you went to college, so you could study butt plug studies. You thought that was a violation of your rights. You wait till the Chinese get here. Hey, you know, we need roads built to bring our tanks further inland to the United States. Tanner, Thaddeus, come here. Here's a shovel. I don't have calluses. Too bad. Or whatever. That would be. That
Mr.
conversation
Hemi
would be
4
abandoned.
SPD said,
So there's
"Are
that.
you on phone with
What do you
PlayStation?"
think Western society would look
Mr.
like in
Hemi
general?
4 SPD said, "Good luck."
Well, it would look like what it is now.
Chaosforyou728
Do we get successfully taken
said,
over?
on
Or do
phone
we
with
beat 'em back with
PlayStation.
nuclear weapons and
Hopefully
technology?
I'm able to undo what Corey
if
did.
that's the case, if we win and we're not invaded, Western society will still look like it is now. A bunch of self-loathing, lazy Americans who don't want to work will be fat. I don't know, maybe a real no-joke war would limit the amount of food we get in. Our standards of living would go down. Oh darn, we don't get an 80-inch television. Maybe we just got to sail with the used 30-inch television. I don't know. If we win, we wouldn't have learned any lesson or had to make any changes or had any change forced upon us, so I don't see any change. Will women from the 69th Fish Bicycle Division be formed to participate in the conflict? Women, I do believe there are some women who are legit soldiers and air women, Marines, all that. I think there would be some legit, no joke, genuine military women who would fight. But your rank and file women, like civilians, no. They hate the country. They're programmed to hate men. They have no allegiance to the... Of course, again, 150 million women. There are some women who love their family. They love America. There would be some, but generally speaking, certainly most women under 50, no, they're not gonna rise up. Some women, no doubt, would like become mercenaries or join the military. There's going to be a percentage of all of us. But your average liberal arts major who has her nonprofit, like your average female teacher, your average female social worker, they're just gonna, oh my God, they'll armchair quarterback because like that war's happening elsewhere. They won't, and even when enemy are at the gates, you know, the tanks could be right there. I have no doubt in my mind they will be war brides. There may be an initial resistance of, you know, their ideology and their religion of leftism and feminism and socialism. They're like, good, we're finally liberated from the evil patriarchy. And
I
all
need
of
a
a sudden
target.
they're gonna become sex slaves. Because they're either gonna work as really, I mean, depends on who takes over. Russia might be a little bit nicer. China would invade. No, off to the war. You see what they did to the Uyghurs? The Muslim, they're gonna ship. They're not gonna tolerate that. And women, sadly, are gonna find out in wartime what their best asset is, or their only asset is. And the choice is die, or pleasure Zhang, or go to the work camp. It might take a couple days in a penitentiary, but they'll change their tune. They will. And then some will become war brides. Others will
I
go
need
to work
to get
camp.
closer.
Others, I think, the Chinese will come here, and after translation, the Chinese they're liabilities. We're not going to deal with these people. We're not going to, and unfortunately, they're going to get shot or shipped off to a slave camp. Because they're not getting in wartime. No one's going to listen to your cute little master thesis on
I don't have a
intersectionality.
target.
It's just going to be pop, or here's a chain. No, break that rock with this sledgehammer. And they'll just let you whine and complain and leave you out there until you start breaking that rock with the sledgehammer to get some food and survive, and that's your new life. If we turn on our imagination, what's the potential outcome you see? It depends on if we're invaded or not. I think men and women in the West in general have been conditioned to hate each other so much. There's no reason to fight. I mean, this is why we'll let a bunch of immigrants come in and totally undo the culture. And what culture are we saving? Even back in my day, the teachers are like, you know, America's not the only country. And it's like, shut up. Just shut up. There is no American... Well, I mean, what's American culture now? A bunch of fat, ugly people going to Walmart, watching their Hulu, watching a bunch of woke crap coming out from Marvel, Disney. No one gets married. People don't like each other. I mean, really think about that. We've abandoned sex, which I know women never liked that much in the first place. I got it, but you know, look what we celebrate. You know, the Abercrombie and Fitch before and after pictures are hilarious. You know, whatever from the 80s or 90s, they show an Abercrombie and Fitch model, a handsome man or a handsome woman. Now it's just fat, ugly people who edgy. Oh, they don't know if they're men or women. They're dressed both ways. Wow, a man wearing a bra. I'm trying to find other ways people letting themselves go physically because they have no pride in themselves or respect for the society that they go out in. The movies are another thing. They don't make good movies anymore. They just kind of make movies to make money, which, yeah, of course you do. But they don't make an original movie like Top Gun Maverick, which not the greatest movie ever. I think it was so popular because it was a good movie. There was no woke crap in it. It was just a fun, happy movie, and people really liked it. Oh no, we gotta whatever the latest Lord of the Rings, where whatever every color of the rainbow. It's like, wasn't this supposed to be kind of like based on Britain? And it's not even that it's woke. It's, don't you have something new? Can we not come up with a new idea? Even Top Gun was a sequel. There's this. Why? What is American culture now? Maybe not a criticism, but something I'd like to point out to the people on my side of the political spectrum, or the right, or libertarian in general. Like, what are you fighting for? 50s, 40s America? When did you get to experience that? All I've experienced was 70s stagflation, 80s assholes, and arrogant pricks for peers and people I went to school with who were, ooh, we have this clothes, that clothes. The 90s, which was like grunge and the beginning of diversity, women are you're a horrible man, and dealing with boomer bosses, being lied to, the housing crisis. Now this, like, that's been my America, where I've had to carve out and find happiness within my very close unit of friends and in social environment. But nationwide, this nation hasn't given me a reason to fight for it. If anything, it's given me a reason to hate it. I'm sure if you guys take inventory too, you'd be like, wait, yeah, this country really isn't. What Western ideal are you going to fight for? Are you going to fight for fat acceptance?
So the only way I can dispute it is they have to send me an email. But
spending? Are you going
they're only disputing permanently banned accounts.
Progressive credentialism? Are you going to fight for horrible movies?
If I fill out this paper, by the time it actually goes through,
destruction of family? Are you going to fight
my
for
band's
48 different flavors of gender? What are you going to fight for? What are we really?
So I'm out of PlayStation for a fucking week
Name me one
because
good
of
movie.
cunt motherfucker, a feminist piece of shit. Yeah, that's what I'm calling you, Corey. You are a feminist in my eyes. Me tooing me, motherfucker.
Are you gonna fight for the filth that Fresh and Fit bring on their show? I don't mean their guests. I mean the women that they have on. What are you really?
I have a better word for you, Corey, but it's gonna get my channel flagged. It starts with an N and it ends with an R, because that's what you are, is an ignorant piece of shit.
Chad. I guess we throw the tornado chasing kid in there. The Rule Zero gang.
It's too far away.
And I have large internet network. And I'm still struggling to come up with a dozen people like, yeah, I take a bullet for you.
I'm freaking frustrated now.
Really? What? So, what would it look like? Well, if we weren't invaded, it would look like what it looks like now. Maybe things would be more expensive, as things are prone to do in wartime. if it was a no-joke war and they had to do rationing like they did in World War II, I think some people would learn, maybe some people would learn their lesson, but not until a foreign culture via a foreign army came in here and won, no joke, won, and laid down new law, and therefore a new culture, would anything look different.
And kind of like what they did in Cuba.
Knowing the U.S.'s incredible luck of just surviving all the time. You know, oh, we got the world's reserve currency. We're our swinging dick. We're our swinging dick. Look at us with our economic swinging dick. Two oceans, both sides, try to invade us. That, you know, that kind of thing, that kind of luck. I would, it could darn well be the luck again, where the United States caused the housing bubble. It spread over the rest of the world, but because the rest of the world was in even worse financial shape than we were, they fled to the U.S. dollar for security. Something stupid like that could happen. We're like, oh, we're even more powerful now because we got the only super global power, world's reserve currency combination, and China and Russia we really effed up. And now everyone wants, we're the cultural mecca again. But this time with even fatter, louder, more disgusting, lazy people.
I need a target.
So there's Cappy's. There was what, Mishra's Global Economic Analysis. There's Cappy's. There's my zero hedge analysis.
Oh, no, I need. Ooh, there's hardly any sound now. Okay. Oh shit.
Go to the super chats. Oh, so link down below. I didn't know what to link. So a link to Sanity is the Future of Wealth. That's the only thing tangentially related to this. Eric Powell, $5. Feminism will be the first casualty of World War III. It depends on how serious. Imagine this, Eric.
No, they'll just do like they did in Ukraine. And curl up the pigtails. I'm just a woman. I shouldn't have to go to war.
To the Northwest.
Nah.
Like, look, okay,
if all men
it generally
simultaneously
is the
stood
West
up
is
and
for
said,
freedom,
we're equals
and the
now,
other is not.
bitches.
That may
You're
have held
coming
up
with
in
us.
the Soviet Empire days. Or
You need to hold them to
obviously
fucking
Nazi
task is
Germany
what
and
they
all that.
fucking need to do.
But now, with the psychotic woke, not even financial stuff, but certainly in the economic form, fascism, where it's like, oh, you gotta do ESG, and how many people are you hiring, and what color, what race, gender, and all that other stuff. And are you especially the environmental rules and regulations? That is a fascist economic system. When you gotta do all this stuff, you gotta pay for healthcare. So there is some genuine economic fascism going down there. Not Anti-Saw's definition of fascism, which is, well, a white guy who votes who needs to die. It's the cultural stuff. That's the real dictatorial stuff. Where, look, I believe there are non-binary.
I need to target something first.
Not too sexy. Like, yeah, there's different people with different, and not the majority, but there is. But to make it that you have to pledge fealty to general groups of people, which is where I like the word traitism, where traits are the most important thing. It's like, no, that's psychopathic. That's mentally ill. Why I gotta like you because you're Hispanic and you like to suck dick? What do you do? Why should I like that person? What? I gotta worship this person? I'm a bad person if I don't worship this person? We don't have parades and celebrations and days off. That's the genuine Orwellian dictatorship and tyranny that is coming from the West and is desperately being tried to force on the East, or the non-West in general. And so it's kind of an interesting situation where, God almighty, I could see aligning with Muslims, which 20 short years ago we were not, for obvious reasons. And it's like, well, at least you guys stick to your guns. At least you're like, yeah, there's women and men, and we're going to have families. Maybe we'll kill you if you hide behind a tree, but no, we're going to have families, and the nuclear family's pretty important. You know, the obsession, the social sciences are somehow changing the thing. Psychology, I'm a little worried about, where they're just going to create disorders. Like, oh, you have a penis? You suffer from this disorder. We're going to throw you in jail. You need drugs. Well, who's the real tyrant now? Who's the real threat against freedom now? Don't think just because we got the old red, white, and blue, or the Union Jack, that, oh, we're the free people. Like it's like, hey, Russia. Remember how you were the bad guys? Yeah, things might have changed. So
We're becoming
I
the
don't
very
think feminism.
thing
Like, what
we
if
tried
the
to
West wins? Feminism is going to be exported all over the place, very much like it is now, in a tyrannical sense, on cultures and people who don't want it. Like Glenn Lawrence. Check out Glenn Lawrence's channel. The shall we say, the sexiest man alive in the red Pokemon. $2. I will protect you, Cappy. Don't worry. Oh, don't worry. I got armor. Cappy's, I'm ready. Every which way but loose. I'm ready to go.
Me I welcome.
Stripy
I'm
Cat,
under
10
the
Australian dollars. I was just a reservist in the early 90s, but the army was effing tough, and my dad served for real in Vietnam, and now our armed forces are just getting old. Yeah, it's largely becoming just a jobs program. It is just going to become a jobs program. I mean, there's some real no-joke stuff going on, but still a good job. I mean, I still recommend joining the military. You're not going to get a better offer as a young man or woman, at least in the U.S. Red Hawk, $2. Enjoy the decline is becoming more relevant by the day. Yeah, check out and enjoy the decline. Got 341 people. Tune in, guys. Subscribe. There you go. There you go. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, AsselConsulting.com. Link to Sanity, the Future of Wealth down below, and then enjoy the decline. And yeah, don't pick up a gun for a fat chick. See you guys later.
Don't pick up a gun for a fat chick. You know, idiocracy gonna rule the world. Ain't wrong on that. Oh my god, come on. There we go. It's not. Son of a. Are you fucking serious?
So, you know, Jack was like, I don't want to be in a relationship.
Polska Bob said, Cappy, why do you hate Minnesota so much, asking for Pop and Blake $2?
He's already gone. We ended this dream. What is this? Oh, that's Hammerhand's stream. I came from that. Alright, let's see here. Something I can listen to. Yeah, they're having a meltdown over the whole Martha's Vineyard thing. Food everyone eats in corpse starch. Oh. I didn't realize that. They practice cannibalism in Warhammer 40k. Huh. Huh. Let's see. No. 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 How about... Wait, what's this? This song in 1990 is for telling us of the New World Order. I'll have to watch that later. Things might... Oh, no, I'm not gonna watch him because I have to... He's one of those you have to actually be watching the actual thing. Alright, well fuck. I guess I'm gonna get back to gameplay then. Oh. Banned, but wait, what?
MR Hemi 4 SPD said, banned by delay.
Or is this a streamer?
The dark times will pass. Salama Ashalanore.
Man. It's disappointing. Oh, yeah. I gotta call my boy Bear real quick.
The dark times will pass. We will have justice.
MR Hemi 4 SPD.
Remember
Said.
the Sunwell.
Looks like a week of WoW.
Farewell.
It's definitely gonna be a week of PC gaming, that's for sure. I mean, I could get on. Well, no, I'm gonna be gaming from my PC mainly. Huh. Well, that could be a video I could play. 'Cause I got Skyrim and Conan Exiles and Ark and all that shit on my PC too. The only thing is, with like Conan Exiles and Ark, I don't have any of the DLCs. And I need them DLCs. Ow! That fucking burned. I accidentally grabbed my fucking cherry. There we go.
I have exactly what you need.
So now a whole bunch of questions popped up. Shit.
Choose wisely. The reckoning is at hand.
This is one of those games. But, oh, fuck, I forgot my train of thought. Ha! It's one of them days. I'm not all... Hey, take another hit after the cigarette. That's what it is. My brain needs to feed.
Baladash, Malanore.
Valadash Malanore.
Speak quickly. This had better be good. Remember, patience, discipline. What is it? Farewell.
Is there more on this? That one's a group. Ooh. There's 3 chapters in this. That's great. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that. Does the order of difficulty first, so the harder it is, the higher on the list it is. That'd be my guess. Yeah, I could play some more State of Decay. Or, yeah, I could play some Skyrim. It's, I don't know. It's weird for me to play on PC. I'm not used to it. And a lot of it's just because it's been so damn long since I've played on PC. Like, I've been working a mouse, or a controller for ages. No, shit. Oh no. Oh no. Stay the fuck away! Ah, shit. I need your legs. Oh, it didn't get it. Hey! Hey! Don't you evade my shit?
MR Hemi 4 SPD said, "Where's TDS bot?"
There she is. People gotta be talking in order for the TTS bot to be talking. Excuse me. Oh, there he is. Yo.
MR Hemi 4 SPD said, "Where did my knee-grown comment go?"
I'm out of range.
I'm on the phone, bear with me.
MR Hemi 4 SPD said, "Damn, keep missing bot say offensive words."
I need to get closer.
MR Hemi 4 SPD said, "Is it so wrong for a guy to just want to laugh off his balls?"
Alright, I found another video.
calling them literally me.
Welcome back, tribe. Let's jump in. We got Fight Club Try to Warn You, Do Cinema on masculinity.
Fight Club has been warning
Shout
us.
out to Tribe
The
Man.
idea of what it means to be a man is destabilizing in modern society. Recently, a lot of characters have gained renewed interest among young men, calling them literally me. By analyzing those movies that dive deeper into the psyche of men, maybe we can get a grip on why men find them so relatable and understand the so-called crisis of masculinity.
Chaosforyou728
What does it mean to be a man in a modern age?
https://www.youtube.com/watchquestionmark b=sign kumx8x8
all the way down to
Mr. Hemi 4SPD.
Okay, let's start with the most important
is
theme
so
in
delayed
American
today.
Psycho: conformity. Because at its core, that's what this movie is all about. Patrick Bateman is living a fancy lifestyle as an investment banker on Wall Street. He's living healthy, eating a balanced diet, and doing rigorous exercise routines. Every morning, he's applying thousands of layers of beauty products to craft the perfect version of himself. Why? Because he simply wants to fit in.
I want to fit in.
Down to the haircuts, the suits, the business cards, it all shows that these men think they're individual and unique, but they aren't. However, the lyrics of the song Hip to Be Square explains that it's okay to be normal, because it's not just about the pleasures of conformity and the importance of trends, it's also a personal Alright, let's cut it there. You see, in Fight Club, they don't like conformity that much.
Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club.
Tyler Durden is the god of masculinity, trying to break the main character free from his conformist lifestyle and boring job. The narrator is suffering from insomnia and is obsessed with creating a self-image that is socially acceptable, similar to Patrick Bateman. He doesn't really have a way to express himself in a society where everything is a copy of a copy.
Not only that, but we've lost masculine spaces. Men are not allowed to get together and converse. It's deemed as an actionable threat. We can't even speak online in a forum without it getting shut down or banned because it's a threat. If somebody, somewhere, on one thread of some comment says something that, oh my god, he could act upon society. It's just some dude trying to get some steam off. And on top of that, people up top know, man, that every man has a sort of fire inside of him, that he wants to do more, that he wants to shoulder more responsibilities, that he wants people to look up to him. He wants to be a pillar of the community. Men crave this kind of respect and responsibility. And the fastest way to destroy a man is to take that away. What is society taking away from men? Our ability to provide and the opportunity for us to be responsible, to give us something to live for, to die for, to fight for. We have nothing. They've destroyed the nuclear family. It's too expensive to even have a kid today, let alone the American dream. It's too expensive to even have the American dream anymore. The white picket fence, stay-at-home wife, affording 2 kids, nice dog, big yard, all on a factory job. That's done for.
Of a copy. All he does to feel unique is turn to consumerism and buy furniture that he felt defined him best as a person. Director David Fincher said, "We're designed to be hunters, and we're in a society of shopping. There's nothing to kill anymore, nothing to fight, nothing to overcome, and nothing to explore."
And I've said it plenty times on this channel, man, the culture of materialism and consumerism is just a ploy to finesse your wallets from the cradle to the grave.
In that societal emasculation, this everyman is created. Patrick Bateman and the narrator in Fight Club create consciously or unconsciously alter egos that allow them to exhibit their masculinity and escape a culture that no longer accepts such behavior. What happens then? Well, we turn to something called hyper-masculinity, unleashing the beast within that everyone keeps hidden inside for the sake of social acceptance. And it's in this scene that Tyler is asking the narrator to finally release that inner strength.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
And that's how Fight Club started, a literal underground organization with the purpose of allowing men to rediscover their primal masculinity. They have been so emasculated by society that they have forgotten what it means to be a real man. However, this caused them to slowly turn into beasts. Patrick Bateman starts to become more aggressive, watching explicit horror tapes while doing his exercise routines. On top of that, his nightly escapades with women are getting out of hand, and he starts to act out of place in his social circles as well. But they are not the only two characters that have been struggling with this duality of a man. Because in Nightcrawler, Taxi Driver and Drive, the main characters, are also on the verge of frenzy. Just like Patrick Bateman's urge to fit in, both Travis Bickle and Lou Bloom are trying to fit into society by getting a regular job. But because they don't really have the premier education to fit this ideal of an office job, Travis starts working as a taxi driver late at night to deal with his insomnia. And after Lou Bloom gets rejected, he starts nightcrawling as well, and finds a way to make money out of filming crime scenes. There are actually many parallels between these two movies. Not only is the poster of Nightcrawler an obvious homage to Taxi Driver, both characters are also very ambitious and goal-oriented men that are capable of doing anything, and I mean anything, to eventually reach their end goal. Lou lives in modern-day LA
Again, this is why we started the Spartan Challenge. It's step one to unlocking your potential as a man. This is what society tries to keep down, deep down in you, locked away. It's your potential. They've declawed you and made you weak, and they took away male spaces, and they fear competition and the brotherhood that develops from men in close places competing against one another. The respect that's earned, the bonds that are formed for a lifetime. Again, giving you something to fight for. This is why the last meccas for men are essentially gyms, whether a fighting gym or a weight gym, wherever a man gets to push himself to his limits. That's deemed toxic masculinity. Being self-sufficient is toxic masculinity. Being a stoic has been deemed toxic. We've seen the articles. They're trying to defang men as much as they possibly can to institute totalitarianism on all of us. Tyranny is what's over the horizon. And that plan can only be complete when the populace refuses to fight back because they have nothing to fight for anymore. They've extinguished the fire inside every one of us. At least they're trying. Hence the rise of the hyper-masculine male and why it resonates so much with young men.
where everyone is obsessed with personal gain and success. This causes him to create a form of predatory masculinity, hunting down his prey like a lone wolf every night in order to film the crime scenes and sell them to the news stations. His greed is good mentality makes him persistent and uses this to become the top predator in his business. He is kind and respectful for the sake of social acceptance, but very narcissistic and tunnel vision for his own financial gain. Lou Bloom literally goes to that animal state of masculinity and releases the beast within man. He even looks like a hungry predator that uses his manipulative instincts to trap and catch his prey. Similarly, Travis Bickle drives around the dangerous and dirty streets of New York City at night. Travis is a forgotten and ignored victim of the working class through the rise of capitalism in big cities. One day, he hopes to clean it all up and become the hero of the city.
All the animals come out at night. Someday a real rain will come and wash all the scum off the streets.
Travis feels lost by the city life, and after getting rejected by Betsy, he starts to cut and paste together what he believes is a masculine, heroic identity. He starts training like a soldier, handling guns like a cowboy, and dressing up like a veteran. All pop cultural elements that form his idea of a hyper-masculine hero that'll be there for the people. But in reality, he starts to become ultra-violent and reckless. His hyper-masculinity is one that relies on ancient ideas of heroic behaviors, such as being a knight or cowboy that rescues princesses and fights the bad guys, which makes Travis live a life between fact and fiction.
And that's an important distinction because we're seeing the rise in public tragedies, especially here in America. Every other week you hear a news story about multiple people being injured, killed, etc. And that is from men who are disconnected from reality. They have nobody to turn to, no brotherhood to keep them straight, to check their impulses, to allow them to express themselves, to get the negative energy out amongst men they respect. When you isolate a man and on top of that put him in an echo chamber of social media, you're gonna start getting more and more of these, and we call them today incels, because yes, a lot of the frustration men feel today is born out of the sexual side of not being able to have any women or any woman's intimacy.
Welcome to my channel.
But it's much more than that. It's the feeling of belonging. It's the feeling of wanting respect amongst your peers. You want a family. We're more disconnected than ever today. Masculinity is shattered into a million pieces. What's left of it today? What is a man? If you ask a Western male what a man is, you'll get 100 answers. Man, there'd be painted nails, tights, some guys wearing skirts. makeup gets put on. 20, 30 years ago, it was much clearer. Today, the lines have been muddied, and what will tomorrow look like, who knows? But expect public tragedies to keep growing, unfortunately, because our youth, our men, are becoming more and more isolated, and the ideas that's being pushed on them is causing a friction internally where they can't feel like they connect with anybody in society anywhere, and their voices are being ignored because toxic masculinity. What you're feeling inside is wrong. Let's put you on medication instead of channeling the energy, the fire inside into something positive for the world.
Contradiction.
You saying that about me?
Well, who else would I be talking about?
Travis gets caught up in this duality of a man, which is slowly sending him down the wrong path. This brings us to the movie Drive, because similar to Taxi Driver, it involves the notion of portraying the masculinity of a hero versus being a real hero. The driver is a stuntman and mechanic by day, but at night he works as an independent getaway driver.
That movie is
criminals.
amazing.
A stunt driver's job is to literally maintain the illusion of the hero in a fictional film, and the driver therefore spends a good time of his life pretending to be a hero. In an interview, Ryan Gosling adds, "I think Driver is somebody who's seen too many movies, and he's made himself the hero of his own action film. He's just kind of lost in the mythology of Hollywood." But as soon as the driver meets the perfect girl, Irene, it gets very interesting, and a crossover between
on
Travis
phone with
Bickle
Bear, what's
becomes
up at
more
R
apparent.
Spiegel.
The driver starts to feel pressure because of his contradictory lifestyle. On the one hand, he doesn't want to take part in the patriarchy of the criminal world and chooses to be a silent, emotionless, and nameless character. On the other hand, he's repressing his humanity, but meeting with Irene is his way of reclaiming it. However, it's not that easy to escape from the criminal world.
My hands are a little dirty. So am I.
Just like Travis Bickle, who's surrounded by impure and evil beings, becomes obsessed with saving a 12-year-old prostitute named Iris, the driver feels a sense of protectiveness for Irene as well, and will do everything, even resorting to extreme violence, to protect Irene and her child. Because it is exactly that purity and innocence that both of these characters have lost, that they are now trying to rescue and protect. Where Travis Bickle and the driver differ is that Travis wants to leave his mark on this world, but the driver just wants to be happy, and the same for his loved ones. However, they both have the opportunity to become a real hero as opposed to being only a faceless and imaginary one. But as suggested with the lyrics of the soundtrack in Drive, a real hero is also a real human being. And that's something all of these characters have lost on the way.
Disconnect.
Patrick Bateman's obsession with trying to fit in caused him to express himself in extreme manners, and in the end, made him lose touch with humanity.
I had to. She almost got away.
And we see this happening today with the quote incel communities. These little quote extremist forums where men are being driven deeper and deeper into these holes with other individuals that are desperately seeking some form of attention, some validation, some love, some acceptance. And they go into these dark holes of the web where they get spun up these crazy ideas to do these horrible things in public because they feel like they have no other option. This is their only way to voice their frustration with society. And this is the wrong way to deal with young men in this predicament. This is happening because we're shutting down male spaces. We have no more rites of passage, no more coming of age events. How do you know when you've turned into a man from a boy? What is it? There's no way for us to earn our stripes anymore in society, going from boys to men. It's just, you wake up, boom, all of a sudden I'm a man today. Why? Because I turned 18. That makes me a legal adult. But what did I do to earn this? Did I join a club of individuals that have went through something arduous, a process that has accepted me into a different part of society for which there's values that I must uphold? And this is what men crave. They want to be part of a club of rigid standards and values for which they're a member of, that they can uphold and be respected for and gain accolades within. We've destroyed that part of society, and we're reaping the horrendous fruits of those actions.
I mean, I guess I'm a pretty sick guy.
Fight Club turned into a self-operating group with a cult following that now wants to overthrow all power structures in society, caused by the narrator's alter ego. Lou Bloom's mind is poisoned by capitalist society, and the media turned him into a beast, leaving every moral code for the sake of money. In the end, Taxi Driver's past serving in the Vietnam War combined with his insomnia causes him to lose touch with reality and leads to his descent into madness. And the driver, well, maybe he is the real hero after all, but his suppressed emotions alienated him so much that in the end, he had to sacrifice everything he had fought for. All of these movies delve into the crisis of masculinity caused by conformity in a capitalist and consumerist world. It only makes perfect sense that young men who are navigating through the world would find solace in watching these movies.
And by the way, I know the blame is put here solely, I guess you could say, on capitalism and consumerism, but there is agendas from up on high that is making it increasingly difficult. Some womanist movements, don't have to say the name, but the narrative in the media is that men are dumb, men are toxic, men are bumbling idiots, we're better off without them, men are the reason for all our problems, so we're being demonized as well. It's not just corporations preying on us, enslaving our minds, telling us we need material possessions to feel what we used to feel after, say, a successful hunt, or a coming of age, or a rite of passage. We have to earn respect for things amongst one another now. That's what we've devolved into.
As it represents an extreme example of what they experience on a day-to-day basis. This may seem unhealthy to some, but it offers men a piece of media that they can hold close. In a world that so often shies away from representing these topics in a way that isn't explicitly villainizing.
Shit, you're a real cowboy. That's nice.
So to come back to my first question, what is masculinity in the modern age? Well, they often say reject modernity and embrace masculinity, but that is only as long as you can maintain your humanity.
You look lonely.
What it means to be a man will be a forever changing concept depending on the time and place you live in on this world. But for now, what I think is that if we were to take the good characteristics of all these men, we can create an unstoppable character. With the morning routine and style of Patrick Bateman, the work ethic of Lou Bloom, the humor of Travis Bickle, the appeal of Tyler Durden, and the bravery of the driver, I think we'll get pretty close to what it means to be a man.
And that is essentially the amalgamation of the perfect man. And it all stems from very simple tenets of discipline, hard work, embracing pain and suffering in order to unlock your freedom in the world. These are the key tenets, man. This is, again, guys, this is why the Spartan Challenge is so important, and it's helped so many people. We have reports of men that have gotten off medication that they were on for decades. Men have beaten depression. Men have gotten jobs, girlfriends, started businesses, lost a ton of weight, gained weight, got promoted in ways nobody has in the companies they work for ever before. Youngest to do this, fastest to do this. Why? Because following the simple tenets of the Spartan Challenge. The beauty is in its simplicity. The difficulty is in its consistency. Anybody can do the Spartan Challenge for a day or two. It's extremely easy. What makes it hard is doing it for the 6 months. It's proving to yourself you have the power to control yourself, control your emotions, stoicism, hold yourself accountable. And you're not alone. We've built an entire community of over 4,000 members and rapidly growing that hold each other accountable. If you watch my videos and you haven't joined yet, I strongly suggest you just peek around the Discord and see all the check-ins, the before and afters. Just read about the differences men are having. I hold community events and interview people, and soon it'll be one-on-one. You can take control of your life and you're not alone. Don't fall for the message that there's something wrong with you, that you have a fire inside of you that burns hot and you need to let it out. You can control the flame and you can make great things come of it. It's not toxic. There's nothing wrong with you, and we all feel that way on some level. Hope to see you guys on the Discord. Follow on Rumble too if you haven't, and please become a supporter on Locals. That helps tremendously. With big tech censorship. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
LOL.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, welcome back, tribe. Got another article here. Let's get into it. 20 reasons why modern women are so unstable and miserable. Okay, we got 20 reasons. Boys, let's get into it. By all measures that feminists like to tout, Western women today have more rights, more freedom, more choices,
Chaosforyou728
more worshipped, more privileged than
What's
any
good, brother, at
other
our
time in
Spiegel?
human history. Considering how women are favored to be CEOs to meet gender diversity quotas, have much greater hiring preferences over men in STEM, are able to divorce and extort men using the state, can ruin any man with false accusations, we can say that women are now the new privileged class. But in spite of it all, women today are actually less happy than their ancestors from the feminists perceive as having been oppressed. And furthermore, many are becoming increasingly unstable, violent, and toxic as they poison themselves with the toxic ideology that is, the gynocentric movement. Can't say that phrase out loud on YouTube. The following points will show how feminism actually damages today's women rather than help them. Okay. And we got a caricature of a feminist here. Yep, that looks right about right. They hold on to so much anger and hate. That one's missing a dad. No dad life. If feminism is so great, why are most feminists so angry and miserable? Women infected by feminism hold so much anger that it is etched onto their faces. In fact, spewing hatred for men seems to be the only thing that makes them feel good about their own empty lives. It's no wonder why they spew insults, violent threats, and rampant sexist verbal abuse for merely having different opinions. Yeah, if you disagree with the feminist automatic, you're a pig, misogynist, patriarchy, blah, 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 blah. Toxic masculinity, you name it. They'll call you everything under the book. They blame men for all their problems. Women are strong and independent according to feminists, but that's until when it's time to blame men for all their personal and social problems. Since they feel entitled to have men behave the way they want them to and cater to all their needs, it's natural that the misogynist should be scapegoated if anything goes wrong in their lives. Feminism, not so ironically, seems to erase women's sense of internal locus of control. They don't respect themselves. Oof. Yeah, this article is going in. Do you see what this says? My mom's a slut. Since they feel entitled to have men behave the way they want them to and cater to teach your sons to respect women. What kind of sign is that, dude? What is going on? Modern women barely even respect themselves. They are careless with their life choices, indulge in the locus of control. They don't respect themselves. Oof. Yeah, this article is going in. Do you see what this says? My mom's a slut. Entitled to have men behave the way they want.
Everything got fucked up here. Nobody ever said anything, so I didn't know multiple things were playing. Because everybody fucking left.
Gender. If you show some real degenerate life activities, then it blows up, it goes viral, you get a ton of support, people reinforce that kind of behavior, and then so many people are broken today because of the broken homes they come from that they lean into that love. They have no other love at home, so where do you get it? From your new social media family. It's very sad, man. If people had a solid father and a solid mother at home to nourish them and give them the attention and the love they needed, instead of getting neglected, then they wouldn't have to look outside of the family unit or even outside of themselves so much for approval. Let's keep going. They embrace being disgusting. Jesus Christ. This article is Boken 411. I don't know this website. It was just sent by a user, but they're going in hard. Okay, feminism teaches women that femininity is sexist and oppressive. So it's no surprise that many young women today are purposely making themselves look ugly and behave in a disgusting manner just to shock and offend people to get a reaction. That's true of everybody today. It seems that even though they want to avoid whatever misogynistic standards that they perceive as being forced on them, they still can't help but to engage in the female hobby of attention whoring. Yeah, it's true. The part that says it teaches women that femininity is sexist and oppressive, they do call it like emotional labor to deal with a man. They come up with all these stupid terms. They do call it oppressive to, cater to a man. Tons of women have it in them that they want to serve. They're very nurturing personality types, but feminism will look down on, say, a traditional woman that would like to stay at home, that wants a traditional man. A feminist will call her lazy, will say, you're just a pick-me girl, you're setting us back 60 years, what are you doing? It's better to be a corporate wage slave. Wake up at 6 a.m. just like me, get into traffic, work for a boss that hates you and probably is a man, and go make some other man rich that's probably the CEO. Yes, queen, strong, independent. Welcome to the IRS, bending you over backwards, taking a bunch of your money. You did it.
Server I'm on's dead.
Instead of being at home, creating a incredible environment, something peaceful, and raising your own children, not handing them off to some God knows who daycare that doesn't give a damn about you and the other 30 kids in that time slot, and ripping you too. Daycare is ridiculously expensive. Number 5, boy.
That's some boo-boo bullshit. Is no fap just another religion? Alright, well, let's see here. I'm gonna end this, I guess. Everybody left anyway, so there's no point in fucking... Just, shout out to everybody that was in the chat. Mercy Beagle, Polska, Hemi Corsby. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. For your support, thank you to those who still subscribe. I hope you stick around for the long run. To whomever unsubscribed.
Don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. No, my no square.
One less fuck to deal with, I guess. Anyways, I'm out of here. It's 5. You guys take it easy. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.
No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. No, my... Don't touch me there.
I tried, and I've tried even more. I've cried, and I can't recall what for. I pressed, I pushed, I've yelled, I begged in hopes of some success. But the inevitable fact is that it never will impress. I've no more fucks to give, my fucks have runneth dry. I've tried to go fuck shopping, but there's no fucks left to buy. I've no more fucks to give, though more fucks I've tried to get. I'm over my fuck budget and I'm now in fucking debt. I strive to get everything done. I've played by all the rules, but I've very rarely won. I've smiled, I've charmed, I've wooed and laughed, alas to no avail. I've run round like a moron to unequivocally fail. I've no more fucks to give, my fuck fuse has just blown. I've been hunting for my fucks all day, but they've upped and fucked off home. I've no more fucks to give, my fuck rations are depleted. I've rallied my fuck army, but it's been fucking defeated. The effort has just not been worth the time or the expense. I've exhausted all my energy for minimal recompense. The distinct lack of acknowledgement has now begun to gall, and I've come to realize that I don't give a fuck at all. I've no more fucks to give, my fucks have flown away. My fucks are now so fucked off they refuse to fucking stay. I've no more fucks to give, my fucks have gone insane. They've come back round and past me while they're fucking off again. I've no more fucks to give, my fucks have all dissolved. I plan many projects, but my fucks won't be involved. I've no more fucks to give, my fucks have all been spent.